What's going on, guys? It's the Poster64 back here again with another Godzilla figure review. Guys, today we are taking a look at the SH MonsterArts Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. This guy is actually really awesome. I didn't know how much I'd like him, but I'd like him a lot more than I thought I would. Take a look at some of the detail. The fur on him looks awesome. There's a couple gaps that are slightly larger than I'd like, but all in all, a very solid figure. Articulation's pretty solid on him. Movability is good. We'll take a look at all that today. He comes with a lot of accessories. He came with so many, it made me bummed Godzilla came with so few. Godzilla just came with the extra set of hands. This guy came with a ton. Let's take a look at the accessories really quick. So he came with 2 heads. This is one. I don't love this head too much. The open mouth head is definitely a lot better. But the sculpt on this one still looks nice. So there's that. Then we have a couple hands. These are the kind of the open hands, just for kind of a casual pose. And all the hand sculpts look awesome. Here are some of the kind of knuckle hands, so he can walk around. If you wanted to pose him kind of in like a gorilla walking pose on all fours. There are those hands, and then these hands are going to be 2 separate ones because I have one of each on him. He's got closed fists, which I have on him back here on his left hand, and then he's got an open hand that can hold the axe. So obviously I have one of those on. So there's his hands. So he's got 4 sets of hands in total, 2 separate heads. Guys, let's pop this axe out really quickly. Take a quick peek at it. Sculpt on it looks solid. I really like it. It is kind of interesting. These spines. It's weird that they made the scale look so different from Godzilla, in terms of coloration. It's a little thinner too, but especially in terms of the color, you think they would have made these a little more similar, just because how similar they looked in the movie. You'd think they might have made them a little different, or a little more similar, as opposed to so different. But aside from that, the axe looks really awesome. This is definitely the best axe we've gotten for Kong to date, which makes sense because this is definitely the most expensive figure. Guys, let me just really quickly walk you through the replacement of the heads. It's super easy, actually. You just kind of pop it off. That's it. And then you can put on, just snaps in the other head. Snaps on really easily. Like I said, I'm really not a fan of this head. It looks I don't know, it looks too Bigfooty or something. So I definitely like the roaring head more. And then the hands are the same way. Just pop, they come off really easily. Really good. Let's take a quick look at articulation. So obviously, since his head's on a ball joint, you got some good front and back movement. You can move it all the way up and down. The neck moves a little. You can see some of that neck action. Arms are super good. You got good shoulder movement. And then there's a couple joints in here. Elbows are really good. Wrists are good. You get some bend out of them, and as well as a 360. Torso you can get some movement out of in terms of looking up and down. Let me move this arm out of the way so you can really see some of that. So he's got some good abdominal movement, which is nice. Legs, hips do move. Legs got good movement. Knees got good movement. Feet are really movable, so you can kind of get him in that pose where he's coming up with the axe. Coming to hit Godzilla with it. Oh, that happens occasionally too. That has happened probably 3 or 4 times to me. Been a little annoying just in terms of getting that popped back in. Guys, let's take a quick look at the box while I fix this. So I'll move the camera up here. Let me pop this open up a little bit. Again, they went with this kind of rainbowy is probably the wrong word, but they went with this neon multicolored setup, which was kind of interesting, I thought. They did the same on the Godzilla box. I didn't love it, but I don't care too much about the packaging because I take my figures out of the packaging. So you got all your logos down here, the Godzilla 2021, the Toho Legendary, this sticker, Tamashii Nations, Bandai. Got a side profile of Kong. He was chilling back here, obviously. Got some cool poses. So this is what you can do in terms of having him on all fours. Monsterverse logo there. There's the Godzilla versus Kong. And then here's a bunch of warnings and stuff on there. So there's your box. Got the leg reattached. So obviously you do run some risk if you're posing too much, but at least at that joint, the leg does reattach fairly easily. The hands are a bit stiff in terms of getting the axe in there. You gotta kind of pry the fingers open and then get the axe in. And standing him is a little difficult occasionally. Sometimes he's a little stubborn. Let's quickly bust out the ruler, guys. Kong's not too tall of a figure. Stands about 5.5 inches tall. But he does have a pretty big arm span, like if you wanted to, spread him. So he can take up a good amount of space if you want him to. But he also can be pretty small. Since we're talking about it, let's go ahead and size him. So we got the Kong here. Let's quickly swing over our Godzilla. It's pretty solid sizing. Godzilla could definitely be a little bit bigger here. And I don't think anyone would be complaining because Godzilla, I think, was a little taller than that. But the sizing works just fine. Obviously, since he's an SH MonsterArts, he'll scale really well with everything, really. There's your Mecha Godzilla from Bandai. It's a pretty solid scaling. That's the Bandai Japan Mecha Godzilla. And then here's the Kong from Bandai Japan. This guy's a little taller, but he's standing up straighter, so that's a fine scaling as well. I wish this guy came with an axe. That would have been cool. That's about it, guys. That's the Kong SH MonsterArts. I picked mine up from Big Bad Toy Store, costing about $60. I believe he is still available. He's kind of been popping in and out of availability. So guys, let me know in the comments. Did you pick up this Kong? What do you think? Did you want to? Was it not in the budget? Do you wish you could have? Which head is your favorite? Let me know that too. And do you have yours? What hands do you like to use? Tell me what hands you're posing them with. What poses you've looked good, and have you done any cool? I've seen some people on Facebook do some cool poses with both of them. I've seen people use stands to actually recreate that, the Kong jumping in. So let me know if you guys have done any cool poses like that. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will see you in the next one.